Good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Arizona time. I hope everyone had a great weekend, and Arizona is warming up. So this weekend, we were at 110 degrees, and today we hit 112. So yes, we are officially at Arizona hot weather. So yes, that was super fun. Guest calls and she's like, "Hey, Mimi, are you doing anything?" And I'm like, not really. Why?" She says, "Can Fopa come and swim with me?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. He's out in the garage. Let me go ask him." So I went out and I said, "Hey, your granddaughter wants you to come swim with her." And he's like, maybe like in half an hour. I gotta clean off all the grease and pick up a little bit." And so I said, "Well, we can come over in about a half an hour." So of course, we drop what we're doing, and this was like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but mind you. So of course we drop everything we're doing and we go over there and go swimming with her and the boys. And oh my goodness, it was hilarious because not only did she want the attention, the boys wanted all the attention too. So that was even more funny. So they were like wanting all of his attention, and that was super funny. And in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning, we had gone for a hike because we're going to go to Colorado, and he's going to go for this huge hike. So he's like, "Oh, I better kind of go see what about a hike." So, oh my goodness. So we could hardly move because we've not been hiking. We've been working out, but not hiking. So hiking is a little bit different. So, oh my gosh. And he played with the boys in the pool, and he's like, "Yeah, I can't hardly move at all." So that was pretty funny. So he's like, "She should have called me earlier in the day." I said, "Well, that's just about probably when they got in the pool." So that was super funny. So on Saturday, we got to preview a set, which I'm going to preview with you, that's coming up that you'll be able to order July 6th. Yeah, July 6th on the online exclusive store. So be sure to get with me. If you want to order this, just order it through me and I can help you order it through the online store. Just send me an email letting me know that you want to order this set. We have some other really neat sets that are coming up that are going to be on the online exclusives store. So this is one of them. And so we actually got to play with this set and we got to see it live through Stampin' Up. So, oh my gosh, it's super fun. So it is called the Translucent Florals, and it's beautiful. So the set itself, you get the stamp set, and then you get the die set as well. And these are made so that you can stamp, and then you get to cut these all out, which is beautiful. But they're so pretty and beautiful to be able to cut these out, die cut these, which is so nice. And they're exactly what you say. They're like a translucent, and which is nice. So good evening, Mom. So I played with this and I realized that how I did this was almost exactly how the card we made, but I didn't realize that when I did this. Not the colors, but how we stamped it. However, we have this paper, which I don't think I have, and I'm going to order it. And it's like so we use Post-it notes sometimes, and we block off, like, if we don't want this whole thing, we just want this part to stamp. Well, we have this paper that does this, and we used it, and oh my gosh, I'm going to order it and learn how to use it because it was amazing. And we actually got to stamp much better, and you can use it over and over and over, and it's great. So this is the card that we're going to make. And so I did multiple layers, and I think only did one layer, but I wanted to do multiple layers and use the multiple colors that we have. And so, and the card we're going to make, I did a little bit different because I didn't like the white on white. Anyways, so I am using Lost Lagoon, which is a color that they brought back, which is really pretty. So I used that for the leaves. bubble bath, which is what I did for the wishing you all the happiness in the world. And then, excuse me, berry burst I did for these. I tried bubble bath, but it's too light. And even this is kind of light, this bubble bath. So I ended up not using bubble bath when I stamped these, but I did like the color combinations. So I went ahead and used berry burst for my card base, bubble bath for a layer, and then actually the card we're going to make, instead of white, I did Lost Lagoon. So I'm anxious to see how that is. And because I wanted to make this layer different, and so I didn't cut it out, silly me, with our Deckled die cuts like this one. So this one's Deckled. You probably can't see that. So all around, I love our Deckled die cuts. I just love them. So I didn't do that. I forgot. And so I'm like, I still want it to be different. So I stamped everything and then I embossed this. We have the 3 embossing folders. So I embossed it after I stamped it, which turned out kind of nice too. So it still gave it some texture to it. So I love that. So and then on the inside, I did white so that you can still stamp or you can write or whatever you want to do. So, and then we have these beautiful, whatever they're called. They actually have a name. They're called Tinsel Gems 4-pack. And this color is the berry burst color, and so I used that, which is that color. So I just added a little bit of shimmer, but you can add whatever you have there. I think we didn't use that when we did ours. We didn't use these. We used something else, which was just as nice too. So I was like, oh, I have these. So I loved it. All right. So normally I don't do a card that opens this way. I normally do a card that opens the other way, but I liked that it opened up and down. So I did this a little bit different. So we're going to open it this way. So I'm going to shift this so you can see this a little bit better. Okay, so normally, so see how pretty, you can't really see this because it is really light, but normally I don't do a card that opens up like that. I normally do a card that opens this way, but I liked how it opened up, especially because this stamp is really big. So it works better if you stamp it up and down. So, all right, so our berry burst, which is our card base. So you put it in your trimmer and you're going to put your piece of paper in and you're going to cut it at 4 1/4 by 11. And then you're going to flip it and you're going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay. And then you're going to you're going to make sure that it's all even. And then you're going to use your bone folder and then you're going to just give it a nice good crease. Okay, so then for our layers, I did our first layer, and this is called Bubble Bath. This is so pretty. I just love this beautiful pink that we have. It's brand new. And so our Bubble Bath is our first layer, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. That's typically our normal, thank you. That's our normal card base when we put it on. So that's normally our normal card size. We can put this on. And the sayings are congratulations, you're the best, happy birthday, wishing you all the best, the happiness in the world. So it's got some sayings to it. But of course, we have all kinds of other sayings that you could pull out if you didn't want to use any of those. But it does have some nice sayings to it as well. So, and I just chose the one. So we're going to put this on. Again, just line this up, top to bottom, side to side, as best as you can. And this is our inside piece. Set that aside for a minute. And then this is our piece that I decided not to do white. So I did white as our second layer. So our second layer is 3 3/4 by 5. So I think that's going to pull that green. So I think that's going to be really pretty. So I decided to do the Lost Lagoon. That's going to give it another layer. And I think that's really pretty. I love those colors together. I think those are really nice. And really pretty cards, actually. Really pretty colors together. Okay, so now we're going to set that aside. And now we're going to do some stamping. So here's our deckled edges, which I think is going to give it some nice dimension. And the first thing we want to do is we want to stamp the leaves. Now, had I had that, it's called, it's like a, I can't remember the name of this paper, but you can stamp it and then you take it up. So you stamp with it and then you can put it on it and then you can stamp around it, which is really nice. It's masking paper, which is super cool. So I just have to kind of play with this because again, you're just making it how you want it. So you can, oops, I don't like to get those edges. You know what happens is there's edges and then it stamps on there. And translucent, so it's not going to stamp the whole stamp. So you're not going to see all the, it's not going to fill it all in. It's supposed to not fill it all in, which that's okay. You'll see when I place this on here. So we just did one kind of in the middle. I don't know that was kind of a good idea because then I did one down there. So I'm going to put one off down here better. And see, that's how it's supposed to be because it's supposed to be like it says, translucent. So that's fine. And that's how leaves kind of are anyways. So, and now I want one to be, so if I had the paper, I could put the paper here and it won't stamp again on that leaf, but I don't have the paper. So I'm going to kind of stamp over here, kind of stamp off. I kind of do it my own way. And I'm going to kind of really just kind of get in here and stamp here. And I want some more up there. It's going to be eventually covered up anyways, but I just want some more leaves on there. So I just want some more leaves right there. So what I'm going to have to do is get up. I'm going to have to use a Post-it note because I had big Post-it notes, but I don't know what happened to them. Probably carried them into my other craft room. So I don't want them to be on there. So I didn't put this many leaves on my other one, but they are going to be covered up, so it'll be okay. So in a sense, you're making your own paper, which is kind of nice. It's kind of fun. Okay. Probably way more leaves than we need. And then I used this little baby, like, I don't know what it is. I tried to use the bubble bath, but it really, you can't see it. So I ended up using Berry Burst because you can't see, I can kind of see it. So I might use one of them. I wanted all the colors to be in there. Oh yeah, you can kind of see that. Didn't stamp it quite close enough, but we're going to put the flower on there anyway, so it really won't matter. I already stamped the flowers and I cut them out, so and I already, I had, yep, I did. I thought I had two of these. And I already, I cut. All right, so this little saying, I die cut out of this new set we have, and they are called Nestled Essential Dies. Oh my goodness, these are so amazing. I think they might be buds. Yeah, they might be buds. That's a good idea. Thank you. Since I don't know my flowers are very good. These are the Nestled Essential Dies. Look at this. So they have these like little, they'd be like banners. And then these little ones, that's what I used. This one, I used the littlest one and it fit. And then they have these like hex rectangles, I guess, kind of. So I love these. These are also on the online store. So these are really, really, I was like, oh, I wanted something. We stamped it just right on there, but I think that this will be really kind of fun to play with. And so I think I'm going to put this, I know the leaves are there, but I still think I'm going to put this right there. And then I think I'm going to put this one, let's see, I'm going to put one up here. And I think I'm going to put one right here. So it'll be kind of by this bud, and then this one up here, and put that there. Okay, so now that I have kind of where I want to put this, whoops, now that it went all over the place, put this back so I know what I'm doing. This kind of like so, and this one. Of course, I put dimensions on it because I love dimensionals. So I put dimensionals on all of it. So I literally, I don't know that I like that one. Should I put it? Yes, I think I'm going to put it that way. Okay, that looks better. So I literally put dimensions on all of it and then put it on. So we're going to put that on there. Turn that over. It's like sticking on my paper. And then we'll do this one. And we'll do, I even popped this up. Which probably, if you're mailing it, you probably don't want to put dimensionals on all of it, but sometimes they really get you when you want to mail stuff. All right, so let's put the flowers first. So I think I want this flower to go the opposite direction. Okay, yep. And I want this. Perfect. Okay, yeah, I like that. And that's going to go on. Glue that. Oh my goodness. Those days. So since I did the deckled, it did make it a little bit smaller than that size of the third layer, 3.5 by 4 3/4. But I still like it because it still gave you a little bit of a border, and I like the border. I like that color. So then it's not the white on the white. So I like that color. I'm glad that I did that. So I like that. And then this is our inside piece. That because it's got color on it. Now we could stamp one of the flowers on here. So we could stamp like one of these little flowers in the corner here. That's really pretty. And we have these other leaves. Oh, I put them all away. So we have these single leaves that we have, but I'm going to put it on because I don't have it out. But so we could, these double leaves and these single leaves, and we could put that. That looks good. So that just gives a little bit of a dress up, and then you have enough room to write something still. Almost out of glue. We need to get a new glue. Almost out. Need to make another project. So I'll have to get another glue out because that one's just about gone. Okay, so now we'll put this on the inside. And our card is done. So that turned out really nice. I really like that. Oh, let's put our gems on because these gems are beautiful. I like them. So, let's see, let's put one there. There. Put one up here. I want one down there. I really never know where to put them. That looks good. So this is the one I made earlier, and then this is the one that I made tonight with us. So yeah, I do like having that extra color on there. Yeah, the layers on the second one, I like that one better. It just came to me after I put the first one together. I'm like, that's too much white. I think I may want some more of the color. I like the colored layers so much better. So I was like, oh, I'm going to cut. I had already cut the white out. And I'm like, no, I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut this Lost Lagoon. And I'm really glad that I did that because it really ties it all together, all the colors. So I'm really glad that I did that. And I really like that. And you can't see very much the really light pink, but it still ties it all together. So it's got all three of the colors on it. So it really does make it really pretty. So it is those colors really do go together really nicely. I was sitting here just looking at my color palettes, on my wall, and I'm like, what colors do I want to do? What colors do I want to kind of pull together? And so I kind of just started pulling some things, and I'm like, oh, I do like those. And this berry burst is really pretty. So I'm glad that I ended up pulling that color out. So I do like that. So yeah, those ended up being really nice together. So I really do like that. So hopefully you liked it as much. Looks like you do, Mom. So I'm really glad, but hopefully everybody else does. And I will not be online next Monday. I will be out of town, so I will be in Colorado. But I will be online the following week. So I will see you then, and have a great week, everyone, and enjoy it. Thank you so much. Have a great day.